Are you ready? Ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Greetings, salutations, hello.
I thought a mystery person was going to appear in the corner for a second.
Nah, I don't know why it loaded 3 squares. That was
I guess
surprise.
maybe
It's
last
just,
time we used it.
I guess it's just us. Hi everybody. Welcome to Adventures in Collecting live at 5. Hope everyone had a nice week. It's starting to get hot here in New Jersey. The summer official start of summer, I believe, is this evening. So it is before June 21st. The summer solstice, right? The longest day of the year, is tomorrow. So enjoy that sunlight. I know a lot of places around the world will be celebrating Pride Day tomorrow. I believe is the third Saturday of June typically. So if you are celebrating, I hope you go out there. I hope you have a safe Pride. We will be at our town's volunteering at our town's Pride event. So tomorrow. So we always look forward to that. It's fun. But yeah, so lots to go through today. It's been a busy week. We'll cover off on some highlights. I got a fun little box. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that came in the fun little box. Yeah, so with that, let's dive right on into the news and the
I like how Twitch comes up and says that that we're streaming Fortnite.
Oh, are we?
On the Twitch. That's the title on Twitch, yeah.
I think that's because the only video game we ever streamed was Fortnite on there. You should say you play a lot more Fortnite than I do. You should be streaming Fortnite.
Yeah, does anybody can I do that sitting on my floor? Like
yes, I can show you how to do that sitting on your floor. I like that Toy Farce gave us the what's that guy Jay Nino challenge zone. Hey, what up you guys? I hope that's what he was referring to and not somebody else, because I love that dude's videos.
I don't know who that is.
Challenge zone. It's like one of those guys. He does like the trick shots, but like his trick shots are crazy. It's like he gets throws like playing cards. Like he could throw them like daggers, but he'll do like playing cards, and he has to get it like in a clothespin, in like the top of a clothespin or something like that. So he's fun, but he starts every video with like, "Hey, you guys!" right up at the camera. And that's how I read that.
So like
anyway,
Ricky J used to do card tricks.
Kind of.
R.I.P. Ricky J.
R.I.P. Remember that episode of The X-Files with him where he gets decapitated, but it's actually like his twin?
Yes.
I love that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, someone wants us to play Fortnite with them.
Sorry. Not tonight, or not today. We'll work on that. Bray and Zulin. Well,
I mean, I'll be on in like an hour, but
we'll work on that. Toy Farce coming at us from the future, so already enjoying Midsummer's Eve. He's in the land of the no sunsets. It's really great, coming at us.
Coming at us from sleep works out really well.
Well, you use blackout curtains. That's what that's for. So on our screen right now is our June 2025 giveaway. It is still June. You still have time left to enter to win Labubu, to have a seat. Don't pay aftermarket prices for these things. They're really hard to get. Instead of paying aftermarket prices for free, you could throw your name in the hat here on Instagram at AIC_podcast.
If you don't win, do what you want. But
yeah, but I mean, yeah, free is better than like these things are going for like $60, $70. It's crazy. So yeah, don't do that. I mean, if to Dave's point, if you want to do that, by all means, but try to win one for free first. Yeah, it's just smarter that way. Yeah. So that's our housekeeping. Let's jump right into some news. So Steve, friend of the pod, Mattel Steve Ozer, he posted on his stories that the SummerSlam shippers are beginning to hit Walmart, and as you can see in the shipper here, it looks like we're looking at, what is that, 118, I believe. So we got 118. We got greatest hits in there, which includes the 118 includes the Invisible Cena. We've also got the next wave of Monday Night Wars with Albert.
Which
Jerry
is funny because
Lawler.
somebody posted a shipper that is like literally was the previous Monday Night War with
Well,
the
this
greatest
remember,
hits.
this is the same thing that happened with the last shipper with the WrestleMania one, where they were
Mhm.
getting like different stuff. So keep an eye out for this at your Walmart. The other side of the shipper has Eddie Guerrero and Iron Sheik and Jake Roberts and Diesel, superstars. And then you've got your Stone Cold Steve Austin Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition, and then the next wave of Ultimates, which is Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso and main event.
I'm like squinting. I'm like, why don't I just make the window bigger?
Yeah. So so that's what you got there. If you missed it last week, I am infatuated with this Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's the best Stone Cold that they've ever made. If you want like one Stone Cold Steve Austin to be in your collection, this is the one that you want. So he does not come with the vest that is here on the stream. That is from the previous Ultimate Edition, or you can grab one from previous Elite. Fits him great, looks awesome. That like the vest with the
that's a more
jorts.
generic vest though.
Yes, the other ones are more.
Yeah, like the last Elite was like his last match. So
yep, and then there's the gold. I had the one with the gold vest from I believe the Royal Rumble. But yeah, look for this hitting Walmart. It is SummerSlam season. Super excited. We're going to SummerSlam this year. It is quite literally in our backyard. They announced today that the SmackDown before will be at the Prudential Center. Tickets go on sale for that next week. And the Raw after will be at the Barclays Center. Same thing. Tickets go on sale next week. So,
I was at Barclays Center last night.
Yeah. So, but really, really cool. So first ever 2-night SummerSlam. I've never been to a pay-per-view of PLE.
And
so
it seems like they've announced that Cena might be taking some time off, and he will be back at the SmackDown before SummerSlam.
Yeah, and clearly looks like he will be part of SummerSlam. Thank the Lord. So that was one of the big selling points, so I wanted to go.
Yeah, it looks like it's what's it called? Saturday night's main event against R-Truth or against Ron to the Truth Killings, and
well, no, that's tonight. Ron Killings is tonight on SmackDown. Okay. He'll be there tonight on SmackDown.
And then a break until.
Yeah, he's probably got to go do some press for Peacemaker would be my guess. Sticking in the world of WWE, the latest wave, this week's Target Summer Geek Out is the latest wave of Legends, which is the curtain call for 4-pack wave of 4. Which is really cool. So you get HBK, you get Hunter, you get Razor, and you get Diesel from.
And Diesel's a chase. It looks like.
Yeah, you get a white, a white silver top. What's really cool is too
SummerSlam, or no, I'm sorry, WrestleMania
12. What's really neat is
Undertaker.
The Shawn Michaels is kind of a 2-in-1 figure. That's also the gear that he wore for the screw job. So,
is it?
It is the black with the I specifically looked it up to be able to drop that nugget on this live stream. Like I compared the two. I had the pictures up. It's the same gear. So, really cool to have that. And then purple and black Phantom of the Opera Undertaker. You get 2 faces, 3 heads, 2 faces with the mask sculpted on, and then a third face, which looks like the same one from the Legends Elite, with the hair and the face, and you can put the mask on. So those are live on Target now. As always, any of the products that we talk about in terms of being available for pre-order, you can go to aicpodcast.com/links for your links to these. These these are Target exclusives.
Any of these pre-ordered for you?
I did the 4. I did the Click members.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for the yellow and purple combination razor. That's like my razor. I've been waiting for that color combo. The purple knee pads, purple trunks, yellow boots. That's like, love that. I don't have long haired Diesel. I only have the ultimate that came with the new Gen Arena, so I do need
Oh, you
this.
have World Champ Diesel?
As I said, I love that HBK ring gear, and I do have Connecticut Blue Blood Hunter. I have the Lost Legends or whatever that was. But he doesn't have the swappable hands. He doesn't have the double jointed elbows. So figured.
Yeah, Hunter and the Ultimate are the only two I went for, because like there've been so many razors. And
Yeah, I
Diesels
honestly I never need the only
and
other
Sean's.
razor. The only other razor I would consider getting at this point, they've already made him. So if he finds his way into like a greatest hits, the one with like the white pants, like promo package razor.
That's like a
I don't know if that was like
series. That was a
defining
flashback.
moments or flashback or something like that. Yeah,
I think
if
that
they
was
were to
flashback.
if they were to put that back into like a greatest hits line, I'd consider getting that.
I think that was the Build the Heartbreak Hotel wave with like Alundra and
yeah. So yeah, I would consider getting that, but otherwise, I'm done with Razor at this point. I'm good.
yeah, like if I get another Razor, it'll be that. I'm still on the fence with Greatest Hits Ultimates, so
yeah. So
this
moving
rules, by the way.
from wrestling to Jaws. Jaws is celebrating its 50th anniversary actually today. Jaws came out 50 years ago today, so Friday or June 20th, 50 years ago. Pretty cool. McFarlane is I should say second out in the product category for supporting Jaws with toys. Of course, NECA has their awesome figures and Shark game, Bruce the Shark game out. You can get those
I think
now.
50th anniversary pops too.
Yep. But McFarlane is next up here. The recreation of the movie poster, and of course, long time tradition of McFarlane Toys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing these 3D movie posters. So really cool that that Jaws is the next one up. So you can get this at Big Bad Toy Store now, and it is a limited edition. There's only a limited amount of these. I want to say it's like 1,800 or something like that. So
yeah, it's like kind of like a part halfway between a Movie Maniac and those posters.
Yeah, movie moments from back in the day. Sticking with McFarlane statues, we've got 2 new Marvel ones, so 1/6 and 1/10 scale statues of Deadpool and Spider-Man. So those are also up at Big Bad Toy Store. And from McFarlane Marvel to some Funko news. So X-Men 97 is getting some new pops. So we've got Nightcrawler, we've got Magneto, we've got Storm and Jubilee with the chase, and then you've got the Entertainment Earth exclusive. This is the big one here, the Remember It version of Gambit. Really, really cool. The detail on that is fantastic. And then the second Chase in the Wave. Oh my god, I'm totally blanking on this character's name. My nerd card is going to be revoked because I have had a long week and I'm going to Google. But he is the Sentinel guy. Sweet Jesus, I hope. Paul's not listening.
He's not Sweet Jesus.
No, he's not Sweet Jesus.
That'd be funny.
Boy, it's gonna come as soon as I see it. I'm gonna. If anyone is in the chat and wants to beat me to it, that would be great.
Like I could see the difference between this chase.
Bastion. So it's Bastion.
But like, what is the Jubilee? Is it metallic or is it
the Jubilee chase? It looks like an expression and broken sunglasses. So battle damage is your chase mechanic in both of these. That's the
one more clear than the other.
Yep. So battle damage. While we're on Funko, I just wanted to call these out. Funko was nice enough to send out. It's a fun fact about me. I love the Gilmore Girls. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Can confirm.
Absolutely love it. They were nice enough to send us out samples of their upcoming Gilmore Girls 25th anniversary Funko Pops. There are 4 in the series: Lorelai and Luke, and of course, I don't often take Funko photography. I do every now and then, but these are just so good. I had to shoot them. So Lorelai and Luke here, Suki in the Dragonfly kitchen there. Very, very cool. This is, for those that are not super familiar with the show, Melissa McCarthy got her kind of start here.
Oh.
This is where she this was her first big kind of role, and she was a very, very clutch character throughout the entire series. So she is the very accident prone comic relief chef at the Dragonfly Inn. So very cool to have a Funko Pop of her as well. And then of course, if you jump, I jump, Rory. So really cool to have 4 pops from the series. I don't think there's ever going to be an opportunity to get other like action figures from.
Isn't the guy from the coffee shop also the pitcher from Little Big League? McGreevy?
I think he is. Yeah, he's also in Saw. He's one of the detectives in Saw.
Yeah, I think he's in a new show too on WB. I think I saw a commercial for
Scott Patterson, I think his name is, the actor's name. But yeah, I haven't seen Alexis Bledel in anything lately. Like, I think the last thing I saw her in was the continuation of Gilmore Girls on Netflix, which was incredible. Yeah, haven't seen her in anything. Obviously, Melissa McCarthy, huge star. And Lauren Graham doesn't do enough either. I think she's on like another TV show now as well. But Lauren Graham recently came up in conversation though, Dave. She was part of that absolutely batshit crazy cast of characters in that sitcom that like lasted for 6 episodes. It was like her, Bill Burr. Remember I sent you the intro to that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks
Wasn't
that
Ryan Reynolds in it or something?
It was Bill Burr.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place.
Yeah, no, that I remember. Yeah, this one I had never heard of.
Yeah, I watched that.
But yeah. So from moving on from Funko to our friends at NECA, so they had their 3 pre-sales this week to get their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Chucky, the Tiki Kid, which is the best, plastic vampire art, friend of the pod, Chris Ramo. Not only did he get to design the packaging and everything for this Ben Cooper inspired kid, but he actually designed the costume. So like if you know Chris, he's really into like tiki culture and tiki design. This was an original Chris Ramo design that he did in the style of Ben Cooper, to make this tiki monster kid,
if you've
which
ever
is
seen
incredible.
Any of his original art, or his characters are very tiki inspired. So that's like, I mean, who better, right?
And then you have the Remco inspired Bride of Frankenstein that glows in the dark, and then the 4 Vacation Turtles. So they made them available for 3 pre-order windows effectively on their website, so on thenecastore.com. I don't know if they're still up at this point. Probably not. Would be my guess at this point.
I would guess no too,
but they will. If you missed out on the 3 opportunities, you can get them at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm just double checking as well. Final day. Let's see. Pre-sale still live. They are all sold out. All sold out. So, the initial online allotment has been depleted. So, if you're headed to San Diego Comic-Con, it's going to be your chance to get them. They also announced we saw these back at New York Toy Fair, and we were able to get the booth tour with these with Blaine. But the Terrifier figures are officially launching next week. So I think it's June 23rd or June 26th. I forget the date, but just keep an eye on our socials at AIC_podcast. We'll post links whenever they go up for order. I am very excited for these. I'm sure a lot of you are as well. So, speaking of Big Bad Toy Store,
These are cool. We saw these at New York Comic Con.
yeah. So the previous year's Comic Con exclusives went in stock on Big Bad Toy Store. So if you missed out on these, I know Evil Ryu already sold out. I believe
Goody.
Violent Ken and Player 2 Chun-Li are still available. What's really cool about the Player 2 Chun-Li, a lot of people are other than the color, she does come with different expressions and swappable hands. The hands are usable on the regular Player 1 Chun-Li, and she comes with that smiling, like laughing head with the blue headpieces, so that way you do get an additional head for your
Yeah, the
Player 1
victory,
Chun-Li.
the
Yeah,
victory
yeah.
pose,
So
like you see in the photo.
those are available on Big Bad Toy Store in limited quantities. So if you missed out on those, well, if you missed out on Evil Ryu, you missed out on them again. But I believe Violent Ken and Chun-Li are still available.
Yeah.
Also,
was talking to a friend of the show, Chris Terry. He of his ability to draw.
yes, he does draw.
And good pro wrestler too. But him and I were talking about the NECA, or not the NECA, the Jada Street Fighters, and he's like kind of fully on board with them at this point. I'm gonna wind up getting some.
I'm dabbling. I'm not getting everybody. I'm only getting the characters that I ever played as, and like specific things. So like I don't have regular Bison, but I have Player 2 Bison because that green and orange Bison was like my Bison. I love it.
Yeah, like I never played Ultra, so
yeah. I did get Cammy, but like I never played as DJ. I played as Cammy later on in like the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. So but yeah, they're amazing figures. Like if you watched our best of first half of the year, you saw how highly Blanca was on my list. Just an amazing they're doing an amazing job. I'm really, I'll say this again, really excited to see what they do next with the Capcom license. Hopefully they extend it with them. They go into some other properties because there are a lot of figures I'd love to see them do.
Mega Man's been good too.
Yeah,
I'd love some more Mega Man characters.
Next wave of Star Wars Black Series fan channel figures are up for pre-order. So that's Barriss Offee, the Ronin in color, and the Jedi Temple Guard. These are up on fan channels and Amazon. So grab these. They will not be at retail. So if you want any of these three characters, this is where you're going to get them. Also one up for pre-order this week. Speaking of Marvel vs. Capcom, Gargantos, or Shuma Gorath, as some may know him. Massive, absolutely massive figure. This is available pretty much everywhere. Amazon, fan channels, all those places. Thing's massive. It's got bendy wire arms. What else can you say? Goes perfect in either your growing Marvel versus Capcom universe, or your Doctor Strange collection. So enjoy.
Although this is very Gamerverse.
Oh yeah. And then lastly, from the Hasbro team, I'm not super familiar with this. Zoids was never really my thing, but this is their latest like Transformers X collaboration thing. So it's Transformers Zoids. It is Shield D Optimus Prime. It looks like it's massive because it's $300.
I like how he's got those like heat sink vents. I don't know. Like he looks like a heat sink. That's pretty cool.
I am blissfully, I wouldn't say blissfully, I am very ignorant to the significance of this release. But that being said, it looks really cool. It's a cool version of Optimus Prime. So
like I like those like spiky like heat sink.
Yeah. And it's a Tomy release, so it's straight from Takara. Yeah. So it's gonna be engineered beautifully. So if that's your thing, you can get it on.
The color palette's pretty cool. Like I like the contrast of it.
with all the black and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great looking figure. I mean, Transformers, they know what they're doing.
They do.
Also available on Big Bad Toy Store. I just thought these were really cool. They are skinned bodies, 1/12 scale body figures.
I was gonna say, are these the bodies, the exhibition?
That's exactly what it reminds me of. It's from a third party company that I've never heard before. I want to say it's
I never
like
went to see
playing.
it because the idea of that freaked me out. Like, or it's like, I don't want to, like.
I saw like a pop up version of it, like a pop up exhibition where it wasn't like the full one, but they had a couple of examples. I heard that there was some like potentially nefarious things in terms of how they were obtaining the bodies for that.
That was the word.
You know, that it was potentially like prisoners or something. I don't know. It was weird. I was uncomfortable. These are action figures and they're made out of plastic, so it's way better.
Mm-hmm.
But these are really cool. I know that there are some anime that have like skinned people in them. I think it's Attack on Titan. Yeah. But also like just thinking about other applications of these, right? You have 1/12 scale skinned people. You can use these for figure photography with your Predator figures.
Your Pinhead.
Yep, with your Hellraiser figures. You can, if you're an artist, these can help you with like poses and stuff. If you're drawing like true to life. But yeah, these are just really cool. It's really interesting, and I love that they come in the two contrasts, so you can get like color or you can get the black and white. So
remember the Nickelodeon thing, Inside Out Boy? He swung over the swing.
Yes, with his guts.
Yeah,
right?
That's what this reminds me of a little bit. And that Treehouse of Horror where the gas turns everybody inside out.
Yep, and they think that they're safe until the end of the episode.
Stupid
the sound
stripping,
like that, like sound that it makes is forever
Stupid
like
cheap
burned
weather
into my memory.
stripping.
So good. Also in stock on Big Bad Toy Store, just a barrage of new new stuff.
Tangent Friday.
Yeah. It is Tangent Friday. Let's see if we can keep that going. So the SH Figure Arts, the re-releases / redos, reversionings of their Star Wars figures. So we've got New Hope, Luke, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, who's not pictured here, but he is up for pre-order. Ahsoka, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader are all up and in stock. So these are all in stock. This is not pre-order stuff. Just thought it was really cool.
Stock.
Yep, Superman is in stock. So this is not. I almost made this mistake because I saw this Corn and Sweat.
Not sure.
I don't know which way to pronounce it. The new Superman. I saw this in stock at Target and I almost bought it. I didn't because the cape is rubber. If you want the one with the soft goods wired cape, you need to get the collector's edition, the one that comes with crypto and the extra like face plates and hands and stuff. This has like the classic like hard rubber cape, and I am too good for that now. I am spoiled, so I can't do that anymore. So I put it back. But you can get this version if that's what you want to do.
I'm sure those will be in your local Tamashi or Figure Arts or Tamashi stores or what have you.
No, this is McFarlane. This is the McFarlane Superman.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no Tamashi Superman yet. No. This is like a hodgepodge of things that are in stock.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was so confused.
Yeah, no. This is McFarlane Superman.
Oh yeah, then Superman. I want that. The crypto is the one I want as well.
Yeah. Also the Carnage statue that we saw back at Toy Fair is in stock, as well as the new Medieval Spawn. What is it? Hellblade? I'm all sorts of like out of whack today with these.
I'm off today. I'm clearly off because I thought that was like
Blood Axe. I didn't need to look that up. I just needed to think about it. So Blood Axe on the horse is also in stock.
Now I know what that is.
Yeah. So very excited for that. Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to this year. And that brings us to the end of things that I have on screen share. So I'm gonna hide that screen. We are done with that. But just talked quite a bit about Superman. I do have a fun little Superman thing. So
All right.
our friends at Spin Master sent over a little box. If you missed it a couple weeks ago, they sent over a little box of How to Train Your Dragon items for that movie that is out now, which apparently is awesome.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to see it. I just haven't had a chance to get to the theaters yet to see it. Busy schedule. But they sent us over another box of Superman stuff. So 2 of the things that we saw at New York Toy Fair that we absolutely loved that we weren't able to show you at the time because we were under NDA. They're flying crypto.
Yeah, this is cool.
So this is one of those, much like they make for How to Train Your Dragon. It is a hovering, like, little drone helicopter of crypto, and
Not
it
just a good boy, the best boy on
the
Krypton.
best boy, and it detects your hand underneath, which makes it go up.
The bestest good boy.
Yeah. They did show us this inside, and it does go pretty damn high. So
Yeah.
I'd recommend taking this outside. This is an outside toy. Maybe I'll make a video of me trying to play with it. But then
I think that would be a great idea.
the thing that I'm really excited about is this.
Yeah, this is cool.
So
This is a throwback in every sense of the word.
You may have seen the commercial for this already. They filmed an old school toy commercial. Spin Master did for this. You've seen the trailers. If you haven't seen the trailers, God, I'm sorry. Spoiler. Superman fights a big ass kaiju.
Called Kaiju.
Called Kaiju. And what's really cool about this figure, let me see if I can just get these rubber bands to peel down here for a second so I can actually make it do its thing. There we go. All right. So there is a play feature with this. So Superman has a punching mode, so you can squeeze his legs like an old school superpowers figure. And there's slime. So there's a little package of slime down here, but there's a button. And if you have him uppercut the button, the kaiju's mouth comes open and his chest opens, and the slime will pour out of his chest. And it is reusable. There's also some sort of switch on the back here. I'm not sure what that does. Oh, it makes him punch. So there's also a little switch guy back here, right there, that makes his arms punch. So this is like 90s on 90s on 90s. How many action features and like play features are built into this thing. So this will, as we get a little bit closer to the release of Superman, we'll do a little video on this guy and the flying crypto.
We'll
but yeah,
slime some people. It'll be good.
Super excited to have this. What's really neat, I mean, you can kind of see for a kid's toy, for like a cheap, like entry level Superman toy, the likeness is pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like Spin Master's done good on their movie.
And the articulation's not bad. I mean, he's got ball joints at the shoulders, at the hips, single joints at the knees, the elbows. You know, the Superman logo on his chest is sculpted in. It's not just painted on. The red cape has the S on the back of it. So pretty cool. I'm really excited for that movie. I am very much so looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun based on what we're seeing from the trailers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
They're actually nice bright colors. Superman looks like he actually does Superman things, and
right. You know, it's kind of remarkable. The one other thing that I wanted to bring up, actually, that the folks at McFarlane showed off. I'm gonna just share this over to my computer. I realized I forgot to add this to the camera roll here. They're doing something interesting, and it's kind of like they're getting ahead of, yeah, I mean, we all know that like toys end up eventually at Ross, right? Like the ones that, if whatever the situation is, a company orders too many or a retailer orders too many, can't move as many as they thought they were going to move. A store like Ross or
A
Burlington
movie
swoops
winds
in
up
and
not being popular, so on
yeah.
and so forth.
So what McFarlane Toys is doing is they're making a stripped down, they're like cutting to the chase. They're making a stripped down blister card style version of their multiverse figures exclusively for Ross. And here is a look at a couple of them.
Oh wow.
So the one that they showed off was Superman here. They showed it off on one of their live streams. So as you can see, it's the same Superman from their basic DC Multiverse release without any accessories, without the base, without the collector card. It is just Superman. And it looks like the next two are Three Jokers Batman, which is an excellent Batman, and Hush Superman. And you can see that due to the size of the bubble, they folded his cape over. The plastic cape is just kind of like folded over his waist there. But these are exclusives. Obviously, shouts to Sergeant Pepper's Hobby Club for sharing the photos. They're a toy retailer, I believe, overseas. And yeah, these are Ross exclusives. So they will be made for Ross, going directly to there at a lower price point. It's one of those things where it's like, we still don't have like concrete confirmation, right? That McFarlane is going to absolutely stop making DC figures. We don't know that to be true. We think it to be true, but we don't know it to be true. We can't get a kind of a straight answer out of Todd or McFarlane Toys. It looks like maybe there's still open conversations, discussions happening, in terms of what that's going to look like. But it almost makes you wish they had done something like this sooner. Getting stripped down versions of DC Multiverse figures to other retailers like Ross to get action figures in more hands. So I think it's pretty cool. So if you have a Ross near you, we do not here in North Jersey. If you have one near you,
South Jersey's the closest I know.
Yep, Hamilton, I think it's over by Six Flags. But yeah,
I know of one in Voorhees.
Okay, so if you have a Ross near you, look for these coming soon. So pretty cool. I think that covers off on all the news, Dave. I think we're kind of nice and tight this week. Yeah, with that, I think I don't have anything else to add.
No, nothing here.
No. I believe we're still on for In Between Two Sentinels next week, so stay tuned for that. I think that announcement will be official very soon if they haven't already announced. But we will be on Between Two Sentinels. More Yojo June coming next week, so there'll be more announcements. Hopefully, some more pre-orders. There's another Transformers live stream next week as well for Hasbro, so there'll be lots of things to talk about next week. But I think with that, it's time for us to say farewell and have a great weekend out there. And we'll be back Monday with some more news in your feed on our podcast. And yeah, I think with that, thanks for joining us, and until next time.
Bye, everyone.